Hey guys, my name is Ben Howard and we're out here at Holston Creek to play around with Latitude 64's Royal line of discs. These discs are made in a different plastic than Latitude's regular molds, and these discs seem to be made for professional players, basically. And just to kind of run through their lineup real quick, I'll start with the more popular ones. I've got these two Orbit Rives. These are kind of like your overstable destroyer type discs. I've thrown these a little bit. They're kind of I would say this the best comparison I found for them is a Halo Destroyer. So very overstable, very reliably overstable, but have a really good amount of glide for them for being as overstable as they are. So next one is the Grace. This is kind of like a Wraith type disc. Got a lot more, has more glide than any other distance driver I've probably ever thrown. It's not quite as understable as some Wraiths can be, but very straight with a little bit of finish at the end. Next, we have the Honor, which is a Thunderbird type disc. It's a little more overstable than some runs of Thunderbirds, kind of like the Grace, where it's not quite as overstable as some of them, but not as understable as others. This just, I would compare it to like a shorter version of a Grace if you've never thrown one. Next, we have the Glory. And this one's very interesting because I would say it's more comparable to like an Eagle or a much more overstable T-Bird type disc where I can actually throw this on forehand or backhand and have it have a reliable finish either way. Then we have the Trust. This is like a overstable mid-range. One of my favorite ones out of this lineup. I could throw it out flat and it'll just have a little bit of finish to it. Not crazy overstable, but very, very reliable. Next, we have the Savior, which is another one of their newer ones. This one's supposed to be like a zone type disc, but it's not very overstable at all compared to those. The only disc I could really compare it to would be like a A5, which basically it's just a beat up zone or a beat up whatever overstable approach disc you can think of. Just doesn't really have that bite at the end that even at slower speeds it just doesn't quite finish hard. But then lastly we got their putters, and these are actually in different plastics than the last disc we talked about. These are their putter. It was Sense plastic. And this is some of my favorite putting plastic too because it's not very grippy unless you get a little bit of moisture on your hands. Then they become very grippy, which I like in my putters. But let's see, for the Faith, this one's just a little bit deeper than the Hope. So if you can kind of pick either one. They both fly about the same. I would say the Faith is a little bit more overstable, but really not a huge difference between these two. I would say the biggest difference is the hand feel, but either one's fine. I'm probably going to be putting with the Hope because it reminds me a little bit more of the Lunas, and it's not quite as overstable, so it's easier to get that little bit of push at the end. But all right, that's all the discs, so let's get into the video. All right, guys, so hole 1, par 5, 720 feet. Really just want to get past this cedar tree in the middle of the fairway, get out there, get as far left as you can once you get past it, because the fairway it's not quite a dog leg, but basically is to the left. And it goes, once you get around that corner, it goes straight for probably 450 feet. So you really, on this tee shot, just want to set it up so you can get a good clean shot down that fairway. Best play I've really found is just go right side of this cedar tree, just have it finish left, get a little bit of skip. I'm going to try that with the Glory. Oh, get through. Almost. Just pulled it just a little bit. It's out. I'll take it. From here you can see what I was talking about with that gap. And you can actually see the top of the basket a little bit. Just a little pink dot right there. But for this shot I just gotta throw something that'll go dead straight. Don't want anything that'll skip. So I'm gonna give the trust. I keep wanting to say truth. It's trust. Just want to put this in the middle of the fairway. Come on back. Yes. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Let's go. Ah, early. Oh, well, sit. Okay. Hopefully I'm not too. Hopefully I'm not in jail over there. All right, so I got to save my par. I'm just gotta watch out for these branches right in front of me. Ooh, golly! I nicked the branch and I still couldn't get it high enough. I'm not mad at a 6 on this hole. I think I haven't played out here since I made a video out here last time, and in that video I shot 14 over, so I'm gonna try and beat my score, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so hole 2, par 5, 995 feet. Basically, we're just going up this hill, back down the other side of this hill, and then going back up the next hill, which with the basket on the side of it. This tee shot's rough because you're throwing uphill, but with a low ceiling. So you really got to, the higher you want to go on this hill, the closer you got to get to the ceiling. So I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try the Grace. Just push it through this gap and just get up there as far as I can. I don't want to. I don't want to challenge the ceiling though. There's not really any reason to yet. Just hit it nice and flat. Just get it through the gap. Just like that. Yeah. I didn't mean to throw it, challenge the ceiling as much as I did, but that was perfect. With having a bunch of overstable discs, I don't really have a lot of options. I'd like to throw a straight shot through this on the left side of this pine tree, but running uphill, throwing uphill, that's going to make that shot difficult. So I'm just going to take the Rive. I'm going to throw it, just try and throw it over these trees off the right side and just have it fade in the middle of the fairway. That should be in the middle. We'll see when we get up there. All right, so from here you can see the basket just behind this little rock wall in front of us. I'm probably like 450 feet from the basket. I'm really tempted to try to throw something aggressive, but I don't have very good footing. Well, I'll try something a little aggressive. I'll go with the Grace, just throwing a little bit of Anheuser, try and get the flex, push forward. Just give myself at least an easy approach shot for the par. Biggest thing is I want to make sure I throw. If I want to make a mistake, I want to make a mistake to the right, because off to the left is jail. But if I go right, I can be out in the open. No. Eesh. That's not what I meant, but I can get. We'll see what we got from over there. No. Oh. Thank you. That's the best kick I could ask for. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna throw the faith. Just throw it out a little bit out to the right. Let it finish left. Give us a little bit of a run. Ah. Okay. That's a putt. go. 2 over through 2. I'll take it on these holes. All right, we're on hole 3, 270 feet. Basically, just want to hit this gap with something on a little bit of anhyzer and have something that'll fight out and finish left. It's a little uphill, so I need to go with something pretty overstable. I'm gonna try the Rive. Yeah, either the Rive or the Honor, but I think the Rive's gonna give me the overstability that I need on this shot. Just got to make sure I turn it over into this gap. Oh, just like that. Oh, I threw it long. Uh-oh, sit down. Okay. I think I'll be inside circle 2 on that shot. It actually went a lot farther than I thought it would. Okay, cool. Okay, so I hit these branches, which are about pin high, so if I would have missed them, I would probably still end up with about the same putt I have. So I'll take it. I'm not even as far away as I thought I would have been. I was gonna put it in and get a birdie. Stay high. Ooh, almost. All right, we're on hole 4. It's a par 4, 480 feet. Seems like it's longer than that, but really just got to hit this initial gap with something, and then the fairway bends to the right, and then it bends back to the left near the end. I'm just going to try and lay up to this gap, the opening of it, because if you do, you can, it's a pretty stock shot once you get to the gap. I'll probably be able to throw this pretty much the same shot twice if I get it where I want it, but I'm just going to try and land on this walking path just short of this pine tree or cedar tree, whatever this is off to the right. Ah. Oh, it's what? Huh. I early released that, but there's a little bit of headwind. Maybe I guess I didn't think it would affect that disc that much because it's been reliably overstable. Interesting. Okay. The headwind ended up being a little bit stronger than I expected, so that must be why the truss turned over a little bit. I'm happy it did. I don't know. You should be able to see the basket. If not, I'll mark it on the screen. But really just got to hit this gap off to the right and have it finish left at the end. I'll try the Savior. I got poor footing here, so I just really got to be careful on this wet grass. I'm just going to go stand still. With it being downhill, it doesn't play as far. I really shouldn't have to worry about not getting there. Oh gosh, I just yanked the snot out of it. Kick left. Oh my gosh. I've got so many good tree kicks today. Just like that. Oh yeah. Like 15 to 20 feet. Oh. Woo. All right. We're on hole 5. Par 5, 904 feet. This is probably the hardest hole in the course, so wish me luck on this one because this is almost a par 6, honestly. Because really what you got to do is either decide which gap you're going through. If you go through the right gap, you can lay up to the edge of this swamp and then throw over the swamp, or you can try and go up this left gap and just, the left gap's safer because the swamp off to the right is all out of bounds, which I'm going to go off the left and just really just try and chip your way through there. And then once you get up there, you've got like a little light, little landing area where you would want to land after you go over the swamp. Once you're there, it goes up probably a good 10 to 15 feet in elevation. And then you have a tight wooded fairway that goes probably about 250 feet to the basket, which is on the edge of a hill. So basically, it's probably the closest hole I've ever seen to hole 12 at Northwood's Gold. Kind of, you'll see the comparisons once we get up there, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to push something up this left side. I think, let's see. I'm just gonna throw the trust again since it's the only thing I have that's fairly straight. Just try and keep this in the middle. Just like that. Yes. Get lucky. Okay. That's fine. I could probably do a little step out forehand shot. Just gotta be careful with the Savior because it's not as overstable as, like I talked about earlier, it's not as overstable as a lot of other approach discs. There we go. Let's see. Well, so I can go right side of these two trees or left side. But if I throw left side, I've got to turn this over pretty hard. Luckily, I've got good footing over here. I'm gonna try that. Just hit it hard on a bunch of anhyzer. Or throw it to the left. There I go. Well, I threw it straight like I meant to. Just got to get it up there on top of that hill. I don't really need to try and worry about getting into that gap. Just got to line myself up with it. Up through there. Okay, didn't roll down the hill, but you can see if I threw any other approach disc, that's zone-like approach disc, it would have come out of it at least a little bit, but it does not want to fight out of anything really. Yeah, I have no angle into this, so I'm just gonna pitch up here and just get myself in position. Because if I try and get aggressive through here, I can get really bad spots. There we go. All right, finally made it into the hallway. Really, I'm gonna take the Savior again. Just throw it flat. Just have it push through this gap and finish left. All right, let's get it. It's a little low, but okay, that skip might have got me to a putt. We'll see. Okay, so that skip ended up being a lot better than I thought it was. It must have rolled too. Just gotta be careful with my footing. Go. Yeah. Let's see. So I had 2 pitch outs, ended up getting a double bogey. So definitely could get a 5 on this hole, but as you can see, it is very difficult to do so. All right, so we're on hole 6, par 3, 280 feet. We're up here on this dock. Baskets through this gap, tucked off to the left, pretty far. This one I would normally like to throw kind of like a Firebird type disc. I got overstable 9-speed that I can just throw out there and just trust it'll fight left. I'm gonna try it with the Glory. I really don't want to lose this disc, but this isn't one of my, I don't like this hole very much because it's a very cool shot, but it sucks to throw your disc in the water, especially if you just clip one of these trees on either side, but I just got to commit to it. If I do go in the water or something else, there is a drop zone up next to the basket. It's like a 40-foot putt back to the water, so really don't want to do that. But I'm just going to try and clear this gap. Just have it finish way off the left. All right, hit the gap. Say hi. Okay. I think I'm dry, but I'm like probably 60 long of the basket, but we'll see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Took me a minute to find it, but I got it right here. I'm actually not as far away as I thought it was. Okay. Just got this branch in front of me, so I'm gonna have to spin it right at y'all. Oh, but I'll hit you. Ooh. Touch the leg. There we go. I'm very happy to get a par on this hole. It's very easy to get a big number on this one. On hole 7, par 4, 482. Really just want to throw something up this hallway that'll finish off to the left, because the fairway or the basket's tucked off in the woods probably about 200 feet. So this first shot, you really just want to go through here, get out, give yourself a clean shot into that hallway to the basket, and then throw through that hallway to the basket. I'd be tempted to go with Glory again, but I'm gonna go with the Honor just because I haven't thrown it yet. Ooh. Okay. Early released it a little bit, but luckily it didn't hit anything. So I should have a somewhat clean shot into the basket. Well, I spoke a little too soon when I said I was gonna have a clean shot up there. Still not bad. I'm just gonna do a little step out, patent pending shot. Not really too worried about getting it to the basket. Just gonna try and focus on getting it. Ooh, I don't know if I can step out far enough. Yeah, just gonna try and focus on getting it into the gap and give myself a easy approach shot for a par. There we go. Oh, dang. Nice little chip shot. Get my par. There we go. All right, so we're on hole 8, par 3, 320, straight ahead. Looks like you really either go wide hyzer out over the water, have a swing in, or just go straight up the gut. I'm gonna go up the gut with the Honor. Just gonna try and put on a little bit of anhyzer, let it flex out and push straight. Just gotta make sure, focus on, if I do mess up, I want it to be left, not right. I didn't throw in any anhyzer, weenie. Ugh. I might be able to get up and down from there, we'll see. All right, so I've got a lane to get up and down. Just gonna be a little touchy, but should be fine. I didn't realize it, but they put the basket on an elevated pole, so making this hole a little bit harder. Shouldn't be a big issue though. All right. That looks really good. I have no idea if that was good or not. We'll find out. Okay. It's not crazy elevated, just enough to where you'd have to think about it. But after looking up here on the green, that over the water play actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. I still probably wouldn't go for it unless, I mean, if I had my actual bag, I might go for it. But just with this whole green being on the side of a hill, it really doesn't make you want to throw that shot. But definitely a better play than I thought it was going to be. All right, guys, we're on hole 9, final hole of the video. It's a par 5, 730 feet. Pretty much just goes dead straight. Kind of zigzags back and forth a little bit, but biggest thing I want to do in this shot is throw something that'll turn most of its flight, and flatten out and push forward. Get into where you get into a second hallway where it just kind of goes straight again. Let's see. I'm gonna try the Grace. Just throw it on some good anhyzer. Let it drift to the right. Flatten out and push forward. I'd like to try it with the Rive, but I don't think I could get the Rive to hold over long enough. Right there. Yes, just like that. Okay. I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but I hit the line. I'm happy. All right, so I put myself a good spot. I probably could have got a little bit farther if I hit it cleaner, but I'll be happy with this every time. I'm gonna try a little bit of a flex forehand with the Glory. Just let it kind of sail to the right, left, and then kind of finish back. Just pretty much just want this to go straight. All right, let's see. Because I really don't have any other plays. I thought about going up and over, but that's not really a good play. So I'm just gonna push this up the middle. Ah. Oh. Got through that, luckily. Let's see where that ended up. Okay, well, this has turned into like the luckiest round I've ever played because somehow I'm in dead center of the fairway where I wanted to end up. So let's see. I'm gonna throw the Trust. I'm gonna have to challenge the ceiling just a little bit, but I should be able to get this there. Just let it, just kind of push it straight and let it finish left just a little bit. The hill does slope from right to left, so I gotta be careful about that, but just gotta make sure this runs out of energy before it gets to the ground. Yes. Oh my gosh, that thing is so good. Whew. So I sent it a little too long. I thought it skipped right under the basket, but got a little bit more left to do on the plate. Luckily, I'm still inside the circle, and these trees aren't really in the way. I just have to straddle out just a little bit. It's still very makeable putt. Let's go! Yes! Woo! All right, guys, that finishes up the front nine out here. So far these discs are very, very good. Like, I was worried there might be a little bit of overlap with them, and there is a little bit. And like I've noticed, every time I've had a major mistake, it was because I was deciding between two, and I couldn't really decide which ones I wanted to throw. But pretty much all of them have their own different uses. Only thing I really critique so far is just I wish the Savior was a little bit more overstable, because it kind of it just kind of feels like a slower version of the Trust, or a longer version of the putters. So it doesn't really have a big use. I've just been kind of using it because it's very comfortable for forehand and backhand, which isn't common for overstable approach discs for me. Normally I don't like throwing them on backhand, but oh yeah, guys. So I've had a few people ask me the stuff I'm using to record, and I'm gonna start putting that all in the description. And basically, what I'm gonna do is use Amazon affiliate links, which basically mean if you go through that link and buy the product through that link, Amazon will kick me back a little bit of money from each sale. So if you are interested in it, please check it out. You definitely help me out a little bit. I'm gonna try and put my backpack, the couch, or whatever the hell it's called, camera, microphone, pretty much all my stuff in there. So if you are interested, look in there. Yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Should get the back nine out sometime tomorrow, hopefully. But see you then.